Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, wherever you are in this day. We are thankful and excited to have you here with us. Let's get this. Hold on. There we go. Uh-oh. I tell you what. Let's just see here. So we are okay. There we go. Okay, here we go. I think that did it. There we go. For some, yeah, for some reason or another, it had us at, there we go. I think that did it. I don't know what was going on. It decided that this was going to be such a wonderful show that it was going to do it. It was going to duplicate us. So there we go. I think we are ready to go. Again, thank you guys for being here today. Thank you for wherever you are in the world today. We appreciate your presence. You are here on Sunday afternoon with Dr. Allen with Table Talk. And so we are excited to have our very special guest, who is not a stranger to Table Talk. Well, actually, she was here when we were Girl Talk. And so we've kind of graduated a little bit to the Table Talk with Dr. Allen. And so we are equally excited for her to be here. Just a couple of announcements I would like to make. Those of you who participated and supported Unity in the community on last night at our casino night, OMG, it was a blast. And so I just want to just thank you, those of you who attended that fundraiser. We have been very blessed with some wonderful sponsors. I want to first say just a huge shout out to Dr. and Mrs. Gregory Hayes, who were the chairpersons of that event. And it was just marvelous. We had a wonderful time playing like we were in Vegas, pretending like we were in Vegas, and having all of those individuals who won the raffle items and the silent auction items, and really came out to show their support for Unity in the community in it. So thank you for that. Mark your calendars if you have not already done that for June the 10th and the 11th. That is our Blues on Main event that is downtown Ennis. So please make sure you mark your calendars for that. 6:00 p.m. We will kick off with a Zydeco band. JB and the Zydeco Posse will be opening up that musical event, and then we will headline with Larry Lampkin. We'll come back on Sunday for our Gospel Sunday brunch with Mark Turner, who is an acclaimed gospel jazz artist. So please make sure you come out and attend that brunch. Maz Hen House will be providing the brunch for us that day. You will not, I promise, you will not be disappointed. Those of you who feel like you can't leave on a Sunday without hearing some word, we'll have that for you too. So we have ministers that will take the stage at that Gospel Sunday brunch to bring us little sermonettes, and so that we can make sure that we don't leave God out of anything that we do. We always want to acknowledge and put him first in that. So mark your calendars, tell a friend. There'll be some contests that will be taking place. Just keep being posted on our Unity in the Community Facebook page, as well as as my personal Facebook page, and we will make sure that you have all of the updated information for those events. All right, guys, I'm so excited about this. Anytime we can talk about education and talk about children, I am so excited. And I am equally excited because this young lady, although again, she's not a stranger to us, but we are just so blessed to have her. I met this young lady years ago when she came through the principal certification program. We were working with Dr. Jessie McNeil, and she just quickly rose through the ranks and she was ended up being one of my coordinators for that program. Ended up going to Egypt and brought us over to Egypt to do the training for her staff and her campus. And guys, it is just if you knew this lady like I know her, you would just be so very humbled. So please help me welcome to Dr. Allen around the table today, Miss Johnnie Brown. How are you, girl?
Oh, thank you so much. You're so gracious.
I
I
love
am
you,
fine
Johnnie
and
B.
truly blessed to be able to be here with you today. Back at
Yes.
you, girl.
Yes, yes,
Yes, I'm
yes.
delighted to be here to talk about, scholarship and success for our students,
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Which nobody's talking about right now. And I know that you have you haven't left the public school arena, but you have taken your gift of education and placed yourself really strategically, because who would have known that COVID was coming and the wave of virtual learning would be here faster than, I mean, we expected it in 2030, but we didn't expect it in 2021 and 2022. And so talk to us a little bit about what you're doing to strengthen those educational systems that are in place for our students, for our kiddos.
Well, as you very well know, I truly love working with children, working with teachers, and working with parents. And during the COVID, that did open up a whole new world, and in terms of virtual learning.
Right.
And, in fact, I was beginning to do some tutoring when here in Houston, Mayor Turner shut the city down. And he said, if you do not have to leave your house, do not leave. And I was on my way to a student at that time. And I just turned my car around and went back home and called the parent and said, I'm sorry, sir, but I cannot come out. The city is on lockdown, but I'd be happy to work with your student virtually. And he said, okay, that'll work. And so I began working with him over the summer. That's correct. And then when school started, he and his family went to Las Vegas. And he said, ma'am, since you're virtual, can you continue to work with my child? I said, yes, sir, I surely can.
Wow.
And from there, it just kind of began to snowball. My love for working with teachers has come into play as well, in terms of I have some teachers that have come on board, and I'm working with them to help them understand the importance and the power of working with parents, the power and the importance of developing relationships with students, real relationships.
Right.
Yes, of course, we want the content. The content has to be very interactive and very interesting and tailored to the individual students. But foremost, above all, is developing a relationship with that child.
Absolutely.
Because students, and the research shows this, that when you have a positive relationship, students will try harder, they will work more with you. And I've seen that for myself. When the students don't feel the teachers care, they they don't care either.
Well,
So
and unfortunately, and as bad as I hate to admit this, I have been on campuses where you could tell that the teachers didn't care.
yep.
And so kids are not crazy. They know. And then the teachers wonder why the kids are not performing, the kids are not doing well in their classroom, and sometimes it can be tracked back to the teachers. So how do you help that? Because, I've seen what you can do with a child. But in terms of mentoring teachers, how do you help those teachers? And I don't know, is it, from your perspective, is it to help them be more tolerant or more accepting, or what do you say to teachers who don't necessarily have the willingness to have those or form those relationships with those students?
That is a very interesting question. I'm going to answer it two ways. First of all, you have to help teachers understand the importance of it and show them the research, and help them to understand if this is not a place that you really want to be, if you don't really love and care for children, then there may be some other avenues that you may be able to, go into that still deal with education,
Right.
but that don't involve interacting with students directly.
Right.
Okay.
So help them be successful somewhere else.
In a word, yes. The other answer to that is they can't come work for me if they don't have that. I mean, you have
Absolutely.
to have some kind of care for your children. That's one of the things that
for all
Sankofa
children,
International
though.
Scholars,
But for all children.
Oh, yeah.
Not just, yeah. And so you can't just exclude, the ones whose parents don't, look like you want them to look, or who is, the parent who is not as educated as you would like them to be. We need those people too, because they send us the very best that they have.
And one thing you have to do, teachers must do, they have to see in students what they can't see in themselves. And if you can't do that, you have to give a vision for your children. I remember telling teachers all the time, you have to see that's our next governor. You have to see that's our next president. You have to see that's our next judge, our next barbershop owner, our next florist owner.
Yes.
You have to see that in the children. You have to see that in the children and then help them to see that. Boy, you are a good talker. Do you know you could be a talk show host, or you could be a good lawyer?
Right. Just flipping the script.
Give that to the student.
Yeah.
Exactly. And no matter what where they came from, what they look like, you as a teacher have to see deeper.
Yes.
You have to see in the children more than what they can see for themselves, and then show them that.
Right.
So that they can see it and try to achieve that. That's what teaching is truly all about,
and I was having I had a meeting, a presentation yesterday, and one of the things that I was sharing with them is we're seeing that not present in this wave of young teachers that's coming along. They're having a struggle with that, with really seeing past the external, and really having a hard time understanding the importance of really digging deep and taking care of those outer needs first sometimes, before we can get to the inner needs. The phrase or the quote that says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I love that. And I'm constantly putting that in front of people and in front of my own mind. Because we all have those kids or teachers or whomever who are very challenging. And so generally, when we go back to that, they don't care how much you know, but connect to them so that they know how much you care.
I'm telling you, this social emotional aspect of working with children is paramount.
Yeah.
No matter how unmotivated, quote unquote, children may be. I think it was Richard Marquez. I was talking to him the other day.
Yes.
He sharing with me how do you know how you can motivate children? And he says, motivation is a byproduct of success.
Oh, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Until students see some success,
right,
they're not going to be motivated. And
right.
I too, time and again, just a little bit of success.
Right.
Oh, baby, you said,
right.
And the word is chicken or cahoot or whatever the word is, but you had beginning sound.
Right.
You didn't say the whole word, but you said you got that part right.
Right.
That's a success.
Yes.
So come on, get to the next letter. What does? You got that. And a lot of the times, our children have they've been beat down, and they have not had any success. So much so that they are afraid to even try.
Yes.
To even try. So
that's so true.
Part SEL portion or meeting the social emotional needs of children is truly very, very important.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So because of all of that and those needs that you see that would benefit kids if they were met, I believe is what Sankofa, or how Sankofa was kind of birthed. So talk to us a little bit about Sankofa.
Well, and I share with you, it was birthed out of that young man and his family's trip to Las Vegas, or moving to Las Vegas. And I just began little by little, more people would ask me to work with their child, and it just kind of began to grow. I realized also that not only developing a positive relationship, but another key aspect was working with parents, which is another passion of mine, as you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Truly getting parents involved in their child's education is very, very important. Now, how involved, what does that involvement look like? That's the question. And I think that is something that teachers always want to know. That's the question of the hour. What kind of involvement? And her name escapes me, the researcher that wrote the book Beyond the Bake Sale.
It's
gonna come to me. But parent engagement or involvement is more than a bake sale. It's more than open house. It's more than popcorn sales, So at the end of our sessions, we actually have the parent come in, and the child has to talk to the parent about what they've learned that day. And that has truly, it's amazing to see the students.
Yeah.
I tell the children, I said, okay, now you have to listen carefully. This is what we're going to do today. I need you to pay attention, because at the end of the session, you're going to have to share with your mother what you learned, what we did.
Right.
And at the end of the session, Oh, okay. Now, what was it? Okay, yeah, we did this, Miss Brown. We did. I said, yeah. Okay, you have it. Are you ready? And they get the parent in, and you would swear that they were the teacher.
Absolutely.
Go and tell.
And that itself creates that empowerment and that success that they need, because now, well, and it's really twofold, because most of these parents don't know the information, and so for their child to now teach them, now that allows that parent to help them or aid them, and that brings a sense of excitement even for the parent now. Oh,
Definitely.
I love it.
Because a lot of the times our parents don't hear anything positive about our children.
Absolutely.
They hear all the bad, but they don't hear, what he can do or how well he has done.
Yes.
And I always end the session by asking mom or dad or both of them, give your scholar a hug for me. That actually gets physical touch, because many times our parents are busy. They're, here, baby, here's your lunch money, or here's your materials. Let's go. We got to go. We got to hurry up. Come on, let's go.
And then they go from there. Hurry up, we got to go to basketball practice. Hurry up, we got to go to soccer. We got to go to cheerleading. We got to go to, come on. So everything is up. Then when you get home, come on, hurry up, get in the tub, get in the shower. Let's go to bed. You are so right. And that touch makes such a difference.
It makes a big difference. And the parents are proud. The children are proud. The children want to do this a little bit more so that they can get their parents to say something positive to them. Well, so it is a win-win-win situation. Then additionally, we have some very interactive activities that the students do for the content in reading, math, science, and social studies.
Wow.
So we are covering it all. And as students move into middle school, we also have biology and chemistry, second languages, Spanish. We don't have French or Mandarin yet, but we do have Spanish. So
I need to sit in that class. I need to perfect my Spanish.
Right.
Oh man. So now, what ages do you go low as kinder, or what grades do you or age do you start?
We start at first grade.
Gotcha.
First grade through, right now we are up to grade 8. That's where the bulk of our children are. However, I do have some adults with English as a second language who want to perfect their language skills.
Love it.
So we are a one shop for everybody.
Absolutely.
Cousin, uncle, little Bobo, everybody.
Everybody can participate.
Everybody.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So talk to me about your teachers then, because obviously we know that you cannot do all of that. You have to have those individuals who are rock stars. And I've had the pleasure of meeting some of them, but sounds like you've increased your reach. So talk to me about the teachers, and how is it that you get them, on board to participate and have these virtual learning sessions?
I must say I am thoroughly blessed. God has truly been good to me, because we have a cadre of teachers that are, at the very top. When I say quality teachers, we have quality teachers. We just had one teacher become the teacher of the year at our district. And I must say, I don't know if I did share with you. I was nominated teacher of the year for Habsy.
Yes, I saw that. Congratulations again.
Thank you. So through a variety of ways, looking at teachers, one way I did go on LinkedIn and a variety of teachers came in. So I had a large pool of teachers kind of to pull from. But I wanted teachers who were truly dedicated, who I could see really loved children, who were open to learning more themselves. And also another prerequisite was the willingness to work with parents and just to love children. Everyone has a master's degree and are truly dedicated. I have teachers from Mr. Ringo Mukhtar is from Detroit. And
Yes,
even though he is in Detroit, you would swear he was a Texan.
that
He
is true.
knows about STAR and how our school cycle and all of those things. He's a great math teacher that's
Yes.
caring and quiet and patient with children. Miss McElroy, Verice McElroy, outstanding teacher of the year for Aldine from Goodman campus. Uh, Excellent reading and math early grades, 1, 2, 3 in reading and math. Uh, Excellent teacher. She was of the year. I have Miss Rosales. She is a reading teacher for the middle grades, second, third, and fourth grade. Excellent teacher. Speaks Spanish as well. Miss Wilson, who is a teacher from first, second, third. She's all the elementary grades. Very caring as well, and dedicated to working with our children, our students, our scholars. Miss Zapata, Anna Zapata. She is also one of our teachers and has been a teacher of the year, young educator of the year, I should say. And just, I think that's all of them. 1, 2, 3. No, Keisha Franks. Keisha Franks is also a counselor as well as one of our teachers. She comes in and subs a lot for us. Her grade level is primarily elementary, but she also does high school as well, high school reading. And I do have a 10th grader. I said most of our students are 1 through 8, but I do have some students that are higher. Yeah,
Right.
she
Right. Right.
deals
Right.
with 8th or 10th grade reading. I also
Wonderful.
have an IT person that's on board that helps us with all of our technological aspects. That's Miss Jamila Mead Brown. And she is outstanding. She's an IT specialist with one of the school districts, and she's come on board to assist us as we tweak and continue to increase our learning curve in reference to the latest online services that we can use to meet the needs of our students.
Wonderful, man. I got an opportunity last year at one of your events that we're going to talk about in just a moment to meet some of those teachers, and man, they are truly rock star solid, man. I don't think you could have picked a better team. I mean, you can just tell it just exudes from them. And as I was watching them in their sessions last year and really, interacting with those kids, you would think that they were right there in the classroom all the time with them. But many of them are virtual and not even in the same state, not even in the same city. And they're doing that. And that's the great thing about being virtual, is that no matter where you are, you can make an impact because of that. So I'm excited. I'm
Yes, yes.
excited for you.
I'm very excited also as we kind of move into the next phase. And I'm hoping that you have a song or something that we can use as we transition to the next part. But I cannot say enough for Prairie View. Prairie View A&M,
Yes.
well as Prairie View A&M Northwest Center. Dr. Kamala Williams has been oh gosh, she has rolled out the red carpet. One of the reasons that we partnered with Prairie View was because Prairie View produces proud, productive people. And that is exactly what Sankofa aims to do, to produce proud, productive
Absolutely.
scholars.
Absolutely.
And so our visions have merged together. And I'm hoping after this song, we can come back together and talk a little bit more in depth in reference to how we partnered with Prairie View to truly celebrate scholarship.
Well, I don't have a song, Miss Brown. But I tell you what, well, one of the songs that I was listening to before you came on is Blessings on Blessings. And then as you talked about how you are truly blessed by the just by having so many of those individuals working with you and all of that. And man, it would be a very appropriate song at this time. If we need to take a break for you, we will do that and we will come right back to you. So let's do that. And then if you need to give me a call, Miss Brown will do that. Just give me a second here.
Mom, this cookout's whack. Just play with your phone.
Can you hear that?
A little bit, yes, but I did. I don't hear anything now.
Okay, let me speed it up. That's a part of their little video.
So new version, Blessings on Blessings.
Yeah, I hear it. Okay, I can step out.
Yeah. I do not own the rights to this video or this music, but it is a great addition. So Mrs. Brown is having a little bit of technology difficulty, and she is going to be right back with us in just a moment. So while she's off, I will go ahead and just talk a little bit about some of the things that she has going on with her Sankofa virtual tutoring program. I will also allow her to make sure that you guys are connected to that because like we said, she's enrolling, she's accepting students. She's making a huge impact and a huge difference with individuals, and their scores are increasing, their self-esteem is increasing. So if you have children who need tutoring, who in any of those areas, I mean, goodness gracious, she just gave us a long list of things that she is tutoring in, including adults for who's wanting more English as a second language learner, that they are also participating in those as well, in many of her virtual classes as well. So please make sure that that you get your pencil and paper ready, so when she does give that information on how to reach her, that you will be able to reach out to her and get that information. We're also we're going to talk now about one of her programs that she does every year. We will be participating with that, and so we're going to talk to her a little bit about that. I believe she is back and ready to roll.
Yes, indeed.
So
thank you.
You are so welcome. So we enjoyed a little bit of Blessings on Blessings by Anthony Brown and group therapy. So that's, whew, I love it. I love it. I love it.
I'm telling you, because blessings have continually been coming down upon me. I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
I'm
Absolutely.
oof.
Thought it was very befitting. And I just mentioned to our listening audience about your annual event that you have. I am more passionate now than ever to see what I can do to get a group of students there.
Oh,
I will be talking to some of the parents, and if they can't go, I'm going to try to get the parents to go, because again, it's a staycation, but we got to make sure that our parents, that's the missing component a lot of times, is getting those parents there to also get the information and to learn how to best partnership or partner with the school district or whatever school entity, whether it's homeschool, whether it's private school, whether it's charter school, public school. The missing component is generally, a lot of times, I do know that there are many parents out there who's very involved, intricately involved, but there are a lot of parents who are not. And sometimes it is simply because they are intimidated, they don't know, they don't understand. And sometimes it's generally because we just don't reach out to them to get them involved.
this is so true. Parents must understand that they are their child's first teacher. Okay.
Yes.
And as educators, we need to know and understand that. Parents, and many of them know this, and some of them may not, but they are the ones that are responsible for their child's education.
Yes.
That means you have a stake. Education isn't free. You pay taxes. Even though you
Yeah.
send your child to a quote public school, you're still paying for that. So long gone are the days when you just send your child to school and you know everything is going to be all right. You know, you have to be involved.
Yes.
You have to stay on top of what's going on with your child.
Yes.
What are you learning? What can I do to help and support? And so this summer social event is truly a family event. It is
Yes.
a family event. And this year we have something for everybody. We have something for the children. We have something for the parents. We have something for the youth. If I can just tell you a little.
Please. Yes. I'm excited.
Prairie View is going to be talking a great deal about the opportunities that all of our children have when they go to Prairie View for higher education, of course, not only for the children, but for parents as well. If you want to continue your education, Prairie View has something for you.
Wow.
Then for our parents, we do have some workshops dealing with social emotional learning. We have that's Shalonda Moore, who was also counselor of the year for the whole state of Texas.
Oh my goodness.
Presenting. Then we have Richard Marquez, who's going to be talking about critical thinking and student success.
Oh my goodness. I'll be so excited to see him.
Yes.
I hadn't seen him in so long. Okay, great.
How our STAR test is graded on a curve.
Oh, he's going to talk about that?
Yes.
Wow.
And then last but not least, we have Dola Young and Shara Ibarra. They're going to be talking about the connection between nutrition and intellect.
Oh, wow.
And how, what you eat may affect, how you think, how you behave. We all know our students, some of our students may be ADHD, and how perhaps through nutrition, you may be able to change some of that or alter or help.
Yes.
So that will be another area that we'll be talking about. And for our young children, we will have the Buffalo Soldiers Museum. Dr. Michelle Tovar is going to bring the museum to Prairie View.
Oh my goodness.
So our young children, grades 1 through 3, will have an interactive session with about the Buffalo Soldiers Museum and how who the Buffalo Soldiers were and how they helped our country and some of the things that some of the accomplishments that they have achieved. We also have Sister Mama Sonia, who is going to be sharing some of her stories with our young children and getting them actively involved, doing dances and songs and things of that sort. Are you ready for this? Are you ready, Dr. Allen? Are you ready for our youth?
Oh my.
Not only do we have Miss B. Moore Luchin,
Oh yeah.
she will be dealing with goal setting again this
Okay.
year. But we also have the writing wizard, Eric Cork.
Oh my.
Yes, Eric is going to come and
Oh
share.
wow.
Yes, he's going to come and share some things with our young children, with our youth regarding writing. As they're writing those goals down, that he can help them take that to the next level. Then we will celebrate our scholars. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we do have a little bit of entertainment. Are you ready for this?
Now last year, the entertainment with the who was it? It was the
Community
orchestra.
Music Center of Houston.
They were amazing.
The orchestra.
Yes.
Ann Lundy and her string students. They were wonderful.
They were. But you got somebody else?
Girl,
Come on now.
This year, are you
I don't
ready?
know if you can top them now.
The Houston Ebony Opera Guild.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they are going to bring some people in to share some information with us. This year, we had a Christmas, our students went to, or our families, I should say, went to their Christmas concert. And they acknowledged us and they were so impressed with us that they also gave us some tickets to their gala, their spring gala, about a month ago, right at the beginning of March. Yes.
Right.
And they said, "Oh, we would love to come to your event and share with our with your families some some music." So I said,
Absolutely.
"Come on down." So they will be sharing with us, and then we'll celebrate our scholars. Then our staycations. You ready for where we're gonna go?
Yes, please.
Get your bags packed. We are headed off to Kenya.
Okay.
Dr. Olaka, the head of the library services there at Prairie View, is from Kenya, and he will be sharing some information. He will be guiding your tour to Kenya, all the places you need to see and be. Next, we will be headed off to the wonderful country of Brazil.
Oh, wonderful.
And Miss Glasper, she is a special, a counselor supervisor in Cypress Fairbanks. She will be guiding your tour to all the wonderful places in Brazil. Next, we have, Fangha. She will be sharing information about how you can go to China without stepping outside of Houston.
There we go.
There you go. We have a Chinatown here, and she's going to share with you all of the a variety of countries that are on the continent of Asia that you can experience right here, as well as information about the Asia Society of Houston, their museum downtown in Houston. So she will be sharing that. And then our fourth country this year, we have 4 countries, will be a surprise. We're going to let that be a surprise. We do have, I mean, I'm telling you, this year is a year of surprises because guess what? We have two more things. We do have Dolly Young that will be sharing information about a trip to Ghana, a family trip
Oh,
to Ghana, not this year, but next year. So she will be sharing with you how you can, a specialized, personalized, uh, a travel, not a tour, but you don't want to go as a tourist. You want to go as a traveler
right.
to Ghana. You'll actually be able to spend some time in real people's homes, go out of the way, to different places like schools and churches that are
Right.
on the tourist venue,
Right.
but
Right.
on the travelers
Yes.
venue
Yes.
or road. So we're excited to have her to share just a little bit of information for those families who may be interested in giving a
Yeah.
senior a special trip.
Yes,
Grandmother,
indeed.
they're graduating senior on a special trip, or even a family who
Right.
who wants to take their family over. So
Yes.
we'll be talking about that. And last but not least, Sankofa International Scholars has or will be raffling off a real staycation,
Oh, wow.
a 2-night stay
Uh-huh.
at one of the Marriott hotels in the Woodlands.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah, so there should be a little family package of, a dinner and maybe even some tickets to Splash Town, things like that, so that the family can have a really good time.
Oh man, that's amazing. I love it. I love it. I'm excited. Last year was the first year that I was honored to be chosen to participate, and I am excited and looking forward to participating again. Look, and while you're talking, I'm making me a list of students right now that I'm gonna call their mamas and their daddies and say, hey, I need you all to come.
Yes.
You all use this as an opportunity. It's an investment. It's no different than them loading up and going to a track meeting or a basketball game or wherever for the weekend. Let's make an educational, academic, and emotional investment in your child.
Exactly. I tell people all the time, I say, look, we celebrate music and take our children to all these concerts, Jay-Z and Beyonce and everybody else. We make an investment and take them to the Astros games and the Rockets games. I mean, everybody gets jerseys and everything. When do we celebrate scholarship?
Hello.
Here's an opportunity. Come with your family. You can learn something. Your children can learn something. And then all of you can work together and learn something about a different culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what makes our world great. You have to see and appreciate other cultures, the way other people live, in order to appreciate your own,
Right. Absolutely.
That's what makes you a well-rounded person.
Yes.
My experience in Egypt, as well as in India, has made me a better person, I believe. I can share those experiences with my students and my families to make this world greater and better. The next time you see another person from another country, I remember someone from Brazil. I met somebody. Right. I met somebody from Italy. I remember when I was at Spelman, I met my first Black Italians.
Oh, wow.
I didn't think there were any Black Italians in my dorm. And I was like, that's right. Black people are everywhere.
Everywhere.
So this is an opportunity to expand your horizons for your family.
Absolutely. I love it. Well, I hate that we couldn't get Dr. Williams on. Not sure exactly what happened, but hey, we can come back and bring her back. I definitely want to make sure that we just, publicly and privately thank Prairie View for their support, their participation. When I met her on last year, she was so welcoming. Whatever you all needed, whatever, all the rooms, all the space, it was just really wonderful.
I'm telling you, they rolled out the red carpet for us. And if you ever want to go to an institution that is truly about producing productive people, I'm telling you, Prairie View is the place, because you can see it in the people that are there.
Right.
Dr. Williams, the librarian there at the Northwest Center, and even at the main campus, they are truly about helping and working with families.
Right.
Their students, to help them to become successful. I'm sure hopefully maybe as it gets closer to July, we can come back and
Absolutely.
yeah, and we're so excited to have you.
Oh,
and
God bless you.
Your family coming on down.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My mom will probably hurt me if I didn't bring her back. She enjoyed herself so much so. So I will look forward to doing that. Now, we didn't say this, but I need you to let people know how they can contact Sankofa, whether they are wanting to get virtual tutoring for their child, or if they want more information about this Sankofa staycation that's coming up in July. How do they contact you?
713-876-2726. And the website is very simple, sankofascholars.com. Sankofa, Sankofa, scholars, SCHOLARS.com. Come on down.
Is the information about the staycation already on the website?
Yes, it should be. There's a flyer there, and there's a bit.ly where you can just go right on in and register. I'll be sending that out to you as well.
Wonderful.
See, what else can I say? I was going to say something.
Well, tell them how expensive this staycation is.
Oh,
tell them what their registration amount is.
I mean, we have so many people, so many quality presenters. And so, we had to just make it free.
Yes, that's the part I love.
Free. This is a service to you. Prairie View has been so very gracious. They've opened up the doors and said, come on down. It is free. The only cost is your registration. We just need to register, and you will be fed for the day.
And registration is how much?
Registration is $0. $0.
Do you hear us, people?
8
All
o'clock.
we need you to do is fill out the information.
And on the registration, you will see a variety of menu options. This year, we will be offering a vegan box lunch.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
I am so excited. Thank you so much, Johnnie B. Brown, for being on here today and sharing your passion, your love, and it radiates through you that just everything you're doing, you are just blessings on top of blessings are coming your way. And I appreciate you for sharing and being a blessing to me and to those who are listening today, just sharing your information.
I look forward to hearing from you guys out there. And of course, Dr. Allen, we look forward to having you down here.
Absolutely.
Houston.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Those of you who are logging off, I love you, and there's nothing you can do